Good morning, afternoon, evening, YouTube, whenever you are watching this. Welcome to my peak week. It is peak week for Two Bros Lincoln this Saturday. And what I'm going to attempt to do this peak week is more frequent vlogs, like daily, as opposed to like just one big peak week vlog, okay? So today I am 5 days out. It is Monday, the 4th of August. And so far, this is day 2 where we've been putting in more carbs. So as my coach pretty much said yesterday, I am ready. Like, fat loss is done. There is no more fat to pull off me that wouldn't then just detriment the look going forward. So with me being basically like, well, yeah, 27 days out from the end of my prep, so the last show of the season, we now won't be looking to pull off more fat. We will actually just be looking to manage the look, okay? So yeah, the last couple of weeks, as you'll have seen from my last vlog, have been really tough with how much I've been depleting and just driving. I had 13 days of fat loss where it was literally just low calories, cardio. And then actually cardio got pulled on Tuesday last week. So it's been, 6 days since my last cardio session. Reducing fatigue last week made me feel so much better towards the back end of the week. And physically as well, brought about a better look, lower scale weight. I came in at 116.8 pounds yesterday, lightest weight of prep. And also my 2023 stage weight was 116 pounds, which is very interesting considering I wasn't anywhere really near stage condition in 2023. So it just shows how much progress I've made physique-wise as well. But today, we are on day 2 where we've put more carbs in. So I would have yesterday ran 1,400 calories, which is the lowest my calories got this prep. And that's a rest day calories. I was on 1,560 calories training day, 1,400 rest day, which was 125 grams of carbs. However, yesterday, we ran 215 carbs instead at 1,805 calories. And today we are running just 100 extra than yesterday. So we're running 1,905 calories with 235 grams of carbs. And we've had a slight increase in protein, which is where the 100 calories came from. So this is my meal 1. I'm using the blueberry muffin Perform Whey today. I do actually really like the blueberry muffin. It's one of my favorites, but I don't like it all the time. I've got about 5 or 6 ways on the go at the moment because prep and food focus is a thing and we like variety. But yeah, today's a blueberry muffin kind of mood. So I'm having 225 grams of the skyr yogurt with 15 grams of the whey, and then I'll be having 15 grams of dark chocolate with that as well. And 2 caramel rice cakes. So you know it's peak week when the caramel rice cakes get reintroduced, but I'll try and take you along a little bit of my day today. I'm actually seeing my coach today in my gym as well. Bless him, he's coming all the way up to my gym to do my first pump session of the week with me, which is push and quads. We're running the same sessions as we did last peak week. So just a little bit of blood in the muscles, nothing too crazy, just to get a pump really. So I'll try and take you along the day as much as I can, but yes, welcome to 5 days out. Yes, people, the kitchen is currently an absolute mess because the plumbers are in and we have no access to water, but luckily I've got water filled up. I've been tracking my fluids for a while now using these, so it's like 1.5 litres. I've already had 2 litres today so far through having one of these and a monster, which is 500 mils. So yeah, we're counting that as fluids as well. So I've got fluids luckily in this bucket because our water is currently turned off, and I'm just making my pre-workout stack. I'm using the Alpha Neon Pump TF at the moment. So I have a little scoop of this to get a nice pump. As you can see, I'm already pretty vascular as it is, but you know, anything to help. I've got, obviously it is a pump session today. I don't want to use too much because I don't want to run out because I do need these for show day. But yeah, just a light scooping of that with a little bit of, C4 just sent me this for free randomly like quite a while ago. And I've just been using it, but it's cola flavored and the Alpha Neon Pump to Fuck is cola as well. So when I mix them both together, they taste pretty nice. So yeah, pump and caffeine, which, you know, you don't necessarily need to mix those two together, but for the purposes of my current caffeine intake and wanting to be as energized as possible going into my training sessions, that's what I'm doing at the moment. So yeah, not too much fluids for this one, but just enough to have a nice drink while I'm on the way to the gym. And then I'm currently making my pre-workout meal, which today is 50 grams of white rice, which is cooking in there. And then I've got 50 grams of avocado on the plate already. And then I've got 4 hex sausages, which are currently in the air fryer cooking. And that will be my pre-workout meal. And then I will head over to House of Gains, where my coach will be, and he'll see me in person, obviously see what I'm looking like in person, and then obviously we can just discuss the rest of the peak week in person, which will be exciting. Okay, I've made it to the gym, just finishing off my pre-workout, and I'll very much look forward to seeing my coach when he arrives. God knows, I seem to have spilt some powder, but it's been a bit of a chaotic morning with the plumbers being here. We've not been able to properly use our toilet since last night. We don't have running water. Don't even get me started. It's fine. It's all good in the hood. So, slightly chaotic morning, but yeah, it's fine. I've got this now, pump session with my coach. When I get home, I've got a consult call at 3:30, and then I've got a setup to do, which is exciting. New clients coming in all the time at the moment, which is what we love to see. Keeping me nice and busy and occupied and happy. So, yes, last swig of this and I'll get myself in there for push and quads. Yes, people. So, back from the gymnasium. Order is restored in our kitchen. The plumbers have gone. Everything's been cleaned. Basically, the toilet broke last night, so we couldn't use the toilet. And obviously, while I've been here, the water's been off as well, but I made sure that I had enough water to last without it being able to have it fresh from the tap. These things just happen on peak week, don't they? But anyway, I've just had my push and quads with my coach. Literally massive shout out to him. He goes above and beyond all the time, including today when he's driven up from like Derby, Stafford way, somewhere far away, somewhere like 2 hours away basically. So he's like a big fat round trip today to see me specifically, especially to come to my gym, because obviously he understands how it is. You do not want to be travelling in peak week as such. So he's come all the way up just to literally see me and sort of almost get like a baby session in himself, whilst mainly just focusing on my session, seeing my look and just talking through the plan of action for the week and how things are going to look, which is exciting. And now I'm in with my post-workout meal, which is 75 grams of cream of rice. So I'm having cherry bakewell from Trained by JP. So as you can see, I didn't add that much water to it, and I put it straight in the microwave. So that's in the microwave. And then what I've been doing is I've got 30 grams of whey, and I'm having the Dubai chocolate because I've got cherry bakewell and Dubai chocolate as like a combo that I enjoy. So 30 grams of the Dubai chocolate per form whey. And what I do, I find it's just easier to mix if I put it in a mug, because I can just stir it quickly and it's a smaller surface area to stir with, if that makes sense, rather than doing it in a bowl. I've only just discovered this recently, actually, at the last show when I was in an Airbnb, and they only had one bowl. So it was a good hack that I discovered. So what I do with the whey to make the paste actually is I boil a kettle, and I actually have boiling water because it just makes the paste really quickly. You can also obviously make cream of rice with boiling water if you want to. So just give this a stir until it makes a nice paste. Top tip as well is like less is more. You can always add water, but you can't take it away if you make it too watery. So just stirring that whey in. Like I say, with the mug you can just proper stir quickly, and it's a smaller surface area so it mixes faster. And then sometimes your cream of rice comes out, and even after a minute you realise I should have put more water in that. And the easy fix is just to add more. You don't want it to be like a block, obviously, but if you do add more water, it will just go like liquidified again. So, you know, it's not that deep making cream of rice, guys. It's honestly, people complicate it. It's not that difficult, so you can always add more water back. So, yeah, 75 grams of cream of rice. And then what I'll do is I'll have 75 grams of mixed berries, the summer fruits, on top of the cream of rice, and then I'll pour the whey paste on top, and that is the perfect post-workout meal. I should have pointed out as well that I put it all back in the microwave for like about a minute and a half, so that the whey paste solidifies and the frozen berries obviously cook a little bit. They're not frozen at that point, and then it's the perfect post-workout meal. But yeah, that's it for now. It's 3 o'clock, well, actually it's 3:05. I'm going to eat this. Got a consult call at 3:30. I'm going to do a setup after that for someone who signed up yesterday. And then by that point, I'll just have a few more steps to box off. And then it'll be a case of meal 4 and then meal 5. Easy 5 days out day. Yes, YouTube. So you catch me on a very windy afternoon, but at least it's not pissing it down like it was this morning. So I have had a nice busy day. Check-ins boxed off. Then I went to train, see my coach. You saw all that. Had my post-workout meal, had a successful consult call. She signed up, and then I did a setup as well. And now into the evening, I'm just boxing off my steps, because I actually saved my steps because I thought a nice afternoon walk would do me good. So 10,000 to get in today, and yes, I was on about 6,000, so a nice 4,000 step walk to round off a lovely day. And then I'll get home, do a little bit of organising myself for the show, just a few little bits. I'm just trying to get organised, and then it'll be into meal 4, which I believe is rice. So for the purposes of peak week, just like last peak week, we remove the potatoes from my meal 4 and swap it for rice, just so we've got less fibre going in, better digestion. So it'll be a rice meal, it'll be tuna and rice, that crazy peak week combo. And then I think my final meal is 60 grams of oats today, which it was yesterday, and that will see me till the end of the day. Nice sleep afterwards, nice chill, to wake up fresh for tomorrow. All right. So it's now nearly 7 o'clock. It's 6:45. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go down soon and tidy the kitchen and then make meal 4, which I can confirm is tuna with 50 grams of rice and a little bit less salad than yesterday, 50 grams instead of 100. Just so my coach said, we're just bringing down fibre because it's peak week. And then I'll be having, not long after that, my oats, 60 grams, 30 grams of whey, 50 grams of blueberries, and 10 grams of peanut butter. It would be 10 grams of dark chocolate as well, but I had that earlier when I was doing this setup just to tide me over because I was a little bit hungry. And there we go. That is my full day of eating at 5 days out. It's 140 protein, 45 fats, and 235 grams of carbs, and it's 1905 calories. So I'm not going to show you the final meals. What I'm going to do instead is actually just relax into my evening. I'll just literally edit the video so I can export it and then get it up for you tomorrow. And hopefully I will be able to continue these daily vlogs just to give you a bit more insight into how the peak week actually looks and things that we do. But for the purposes of kind of manipulations and stuff, nothing wild happens, you know. I've been having 7 litres of fluid daily because that's just what I get in anyway. I think you find that you drink more when you're dieting because you're so hungry. So I've been having 7 litres of fluid anyway. So that's where we're at with fluid intake. Sodium is always 3 grams of low salt and 3 grams of pink salt. So I'm keeping that consistent for now as well. And, you know, when I saw my coach today, he took me through some posing rounds. And yeah, like obviously we're buzzing with the condition that I've managed to bring. It was a really tough 2 weeks of digging, bringing me from 122.2 pound stage weight down to 116.8 pounds yesterday. So yeah, that was a good sort of, 5.5 pounds pulled off what was already like a decently lean frame. But now it's like, yeah, we're legit like in stage condition now, like good enough, you know, for me to feel really confident going on a Two Bros / NPC figure lineup this weekend, which, you know I'm not the biggest competitor out there. I know there's going to be a lot of girls with a lot more density than me, especially like older girls as well. You know, you tend to get the older ladies showing up for these shows that have been at it for years. They're huge, you know, and that's fine by me because I know that I've brought the best me to this show that I could have possibly brought, and that's all that I need, and that's all that I need from this season. Like I said, I am currently, you know, well, I was yesterday 116 pounds, which is my 2023 stage weight, but with a lot more condition. So I know for a fact that I would have been like sub 110 in 2023 if I'd actually got into condition. So, you know, I know for a fact that I've gained a lot of tissue. Obviously I can see I have, but it's like from just that weight, that data there, that pure data to tell me how much I've gained is really cool. And, you know, I've built what I can, you know, without using anabolics in the off season, which I wasn't comfortable doing, and I'm happy with it. And the whole goal of this season for me is just to enjoy competing. It is literally dedicated to the love of competing, which obviously I've been doing for years, and this is my 4th prep now. I love the process. I've absolutely loved this prep. I wouldn't be doing it still if I didn't love it. And yeah, I'm just really enjoying this peak week so far. Last peak week I was not in a good mental space, you know. I was just nervous, full of anxiety, apprehension, and pressure. Like, you know, I just felt pressured because there's so much that I felt could go wrong, and I had not competed for 2 years, so it was all the fear of the unknown. Whereas now I know what to expect. It's going to be such an easy show day. I've already found out today that the tan is just all on one day, on Saturday. Like, they're not doing the base coat the night before, so that removes the element of stress of trying to keep your tan looking nice on the Friday night. It means I can wake up and have a shower with Sanex. on the Saturday morning, which is great, so I won't stink. I've actually written myself out a show day packing list as well, a fresh one, because I had an old one that I'd already ticked through. So I've written a fresh one, like specifically for this show, and just like a couple of bits that I need to remember as well. One thing I forgot at the last show was a pillow. You know, if you're someone that's quite fussy with sleeping, I have my memory foam pillow that I really like to sleep on. And if you go to an Airbnb and maybe the pillow's a little bit soft or something. So a pillow was one thing I forgot last time, so I've added that to the list. But that's about it. Everything else, pretty foolproof list. I know I'm not going to forget anything because I was fine at the last show. So that's what I've just been doing now. And now, like I said, I'm going to wrap up editing this video, get it exported, go and make my meals, chill for the evening, go to bed, wake up and be 4 days out, and I'll see you then. Ciao for now.